Welcome back, guys. I'm sorry, I know I said I wouldn't film inside the car and be in nature more, but hear me out, there's a good reason for this. I am on a bit of an epic road journey and you can still see some nature out the window, but I'm on an epic, I'm on a long journey going from Portugal, the south of Portugal, to the UK, and then driving up from the UK to Scotland, and then I'm flying over to an island just off the UK, where I'll let you guess, but there seems to be quite a lot of Bitcoin activity, a lot of merchants, a lot of things going on. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to try and give myself a little challenge. It's a week I'm there, and I'm going to try and live on Bitcoin the entire time I'm there, try and meet Bitcoin people, try and film some activities, some things, and share the journey with you guys. So yeah, that's why I'm updating you from this vehicle. And just to say a little update, I have been I was away yesterday I went to a camper place because I've been looking. It's the third time I've went to this place that sells campers. Well, they actually hire campers, and they sell off after a few years. They sell off their stock before it gets too old. So I went there, and I'm just not entirely sure. It's so difficult because on one hand, freedom. On one hand, the freedom. You think of the camper with the lifestyle, with being free, being able to go where you want, being able to live where you want, everything like that. Travel through different countries and at your own pace, and you can do wild camping, you can do campsites and things. So it's kind of this on the road freedom kind of thing, freedom from the static living in a box, same neighborhood. But on the other hand, I kind of feel like you lose freedoms, because owning a vehicle is a lot of responsibility, a lot of ongoing costs. You have all your insurance, your MOTs, your servicing, all this kind of stuff, and I haven't owned a vehicle for a long time. So, well, other than my scooter, which is like the best buy I've ever had in my life, and I just the scooters in Portugal, I have a 125, and there's none of the tax, there's none of the vehicle inspection stuff. You don't have to. It's as close to freedom. You put €5 of fuel in, and it lasts forever. You can travel. You can put your hiking bag on with your sleeping bag in your tent, and you're away. And it's kind of it's never ever let me down. So it's kind of the only material attachment I have is the scooter. But I'm thinking about being on the road more, traveling, experiencing more for the channel, for my path, and it's maybe like the step up. But I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, especially with big purchases, but any purchases nowadays, I have to think extremely careful about it. In fact, like over the years, I've been letting go of more possessions than, you know, I've hardly bought a thing. Yeah, it's difficult to go back there. It's difficult once you've kind of let go of everything. You realise that you don't need very much, yeah, I've been kind of, you know, renting a car when I needed it, or, you know, you hop on the bus in Portugal, they're so cheap. You hop on the trains, they're so cheap. You know, if that doesn't work, you've got Uber, which is also cheap here in Portugal at the moment. So yeah, it's a big decision for me, and it's a big commitment, you know, to go to owning a proper vehicle and everything that goes with that, even though it kind of, you know, brings freedom in a way, and it brings me more. So yeah, anyway, that's where I've been, and yeah, I'll see what happens there. And yeah, this is just a little update to say, yeah, I'm on this journey, and it's not the greatest time of year to be doing this, because in the Algarve it's been quite nice weather finally, and so now I'm heading basically probably back to winter, going to the UK. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting because I've never been here before, so it's all going to be new, and I really don't know what to expect in terms of Bitcoin. It looks very active, but you know, I've also been to El Salvador and other places where you have these big expectations about, you know, everybody being, you know, Bitcoin just being so people, you know, you expect it to be much further on. You expect everyone to be using Bitcoin and accepting Bitcoin, and that's in a country where there's legal tender, and then you go there and still people are saying Bitcoin, like, what's that? You're like, whoa, this is El Salvador, you know, what's going on? But that's another story. I can speak about that another time. But yeah, it's exciting because you really don't know until you're on the ground and meeting people and understanding, you know, what they're, you know, it's great because so many different people in Bitcoin, and they all got in there for different reasons. They all have different philosophy about it. They're all in different places on the journey. So I really love connecting with people like that, you know, and instantly you have this kind of common ground. You find out that you have a lot in common. And also there's an app called the Orange Pill app. If you guys are into Bitcoin, so you can use that app. I can't remember what it's called now. They updated the name of it. I don't know why, because I think Orange Pill was a great name, but they updated the app. So they updated the name of it, but the sorry, my mind's not switched on. But the function of the app, or one of the main functions, is you can connect with Bitcoiners within a certain radius of you. So it has, like, if you're happy to turn on your location services, which is obviously a privacy thing, which we can talk about more in the future as well. If you're happy to do that, then you can see the Bitcoin people, and you can link up with them, and you can say, hey, you want to meet up? And I did that in El Salvador, and it was really, really good. So that's just a little. You can pay Bitcoin to. There's different. You have to pay for the app, I believe. There's different levels, but again, paying for things isn't that bad, as you guys probably understand by now. When you don't pay for stuff, you know, you are the product. Your data is the product. You know, this is why social media is free, blah blah blah, because you know, you're giving away, you know, really good data, really good information, which can be sold So that's very valuable to these companies. And yeah, just as I mentioned in social media, I think you guys will be aware already, but there's Nostr, which is which is a decentralized, so permissionless and censorship resistant, similar to Bitcoin. And I'm on Nostr. I'll update my details on Nostr below. But that's another thing, you guys, if you're not on there, it's definitely worth to check it out. I can do like a little tutorial if anybody's wanting to know how to, it is a little bit more complicated than obviously the convenience of this, centralized stuff where you can just, people now, like, they share, you share logins and things like this. But with this, it works on public key, private key cryptography, similar to Bitcoin as well. And so you can it's not possible to link it just conveniently to your other social medias. It's a standalone thing, which I believe is a good thing. And really, it's worth checking out. There's a lot of things being built on Nostr. Obviously, if you can build on these strong foundations, we've all heard of people who were on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or whatever that's called, X now, and they lost everything. Because it can be blocked, censored, shadow banned, YouTube as well. And this is freeing up. It's putting the power back to the people. So if you want to build on really strong foundations, something like Nostr is excellent. Although it's in its infancy, and you're not going to get as much reach. There's more kind of freedom-oriented people, plebs, Bitcoiners. There's all sorts of people on there. So yeah, I didn't know what I'm going to speak about on this update, but these are just things that are coming to me now on this journey. But yeah, so I've just started off. I've got a 10-hour drive up to the ferry port in Spain, so I'm going to do some more clips along the way as things come to me, ideas and things I want to share. But I'll leave it at that for now, because I know that I can just start rambling on and on. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that update, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this journey. I've done a lot of this in the past, and I say, I'm going to film this, I'm going to do this. So I really have to hold myself to it and to my word, and continue to share like these kind of experiences. And that's all I really want to do right now. Because there's so many of these conversations I have, and these people I meet, experiences, whatever, and I think, oh goodness, I wish I could share that. It has value. I think it has value. I don't know. Like this, I'll find out. If it doesn't grow, and I don't get more people interested and involved, then maybe not. Maybe it's just, it should just be my journey and my path. But certainly I think we're all connected. I think we're all going through things together. I think we all want to keep in touch with like-minded people, to look at solutions, not be in fear, and to understand there's a lot of good things going on in the world, a lot of good things, and I know I keep saying it, and I want to show you guys more of that. I don't particularly want to fixate on the conspiracy stuff, or a lot of the stuff that's going on that you might hear elsewhere, and you know, I'd rather just focus on the love and light, even though that is it is very cheesy, and they do say it's like spiritual bypassing and things, you know, if you're not I am aware that the collective is going through like big transitions, and we're seeing, you know, what we see is a result of that on the outside, on the macro level, but I'd rather not personally delve into that. I'd rather focus on where I believe we're going as a species. And yeah, that's all for now. Okay, ciao guys, have a great day, and thanks if you got to the end, and yeah, see you in the next one.